You are Locked On Ole Miss, your daily podcast on the Ole Miss Rebels. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, we are back. Paths to victory. Now, Ole Miss is simple. Just play clean, run the football, do not turn the ball over. I think something that's more important in this game than most games is not giving away possessions, not giving short fields. If you do what you did at Kentucky to where you give Arkansas the ball twice on your own 32-yard line, it's going to be 14-0. And if you punt, they go and score again, it's 21-0 and the game is over. That is what you have to prepare against in this game. And I think they're going to do that. Austin Simmons' first home game, 2 interceptions. First road game, 2 interceptions. First scrimmage where he was a starter, 2 interceptions. His firsts have been very shaky, but after that, the last 2 scrimmages, he was very good. And so I am curious to see what he looks like. Take care of the football, play a clean game, try to maximize as much as possible, because the deep, dark, dirty secret that is out there right now, Ole Miss has started the first quarter very slow this season. They have dominated the second, third, and fourth quarters of the game. The problem is the Kentucky game, you were down 10-0. It doesn't, when that happens, it's not a 30-10 run in the game. You're like, oh, you only beat Kentucky by 1 score. But that is the reality of what happened. So I think that is the pathway for Ole Miss to win the game. Just play clean and do what you're supposed to do. Don't give Arkansas short fields and value possessions.
Yeah, because with Arkansas, they have, offensively at least, their first 2-3 drives of their games have been incredible. Like they just, because that's one of my favorite things about Bobby, even when he was back at Arkansas as the head coach way back when. The dude has opening drives like nobody's business. He can
scripts.
I mean, he can just do it. And so to me, if Ole Miss stops that, or if Arkansas doesn't score on their first possession, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. You know, it's like, I don't like the way that looks. But Arkansas's defense honestly has been different, where they look bad in the beginning. The opening drive against Alabama A&M that they had, where they went down and scored a touchdown, was one of the worst things I've ever seen. And Sam Pittman said so. But they settled in. The defense gave up a few things there in the second quarter against Arkansas State, but they settled in. It's about settling in. And I just don't want to, if I'm Arkansas, I'm not wanting to give Austin Simmons any confidence whatsoever. You have to come out hot. You have to do a good job defensively against him, because all it's going to take is him getting back into a little rhythm a little bit, and he's going to cook you, because Arkansas does not have the depth on the defensive line. I think their secondary is much more improved from what it was a year ago. Their linebackers are great with Xavier Story and Steven Dix, but that D-line is going to be the key if they can stay rested, stay off the field too, as much as possible. That's going to be big. But I know for a fact, and I'll tell you all your Ole Miss fans this, if Arkansas wins the toss, they're going to elect to receive. They don't kick. They do not kick to start the game. They're going to elect to receive. If
Neither does Lane, by the way.
If they stop them on that opening drive, Ole Miss is going to win. But if Arkansas goes down the field and scores a touchdown, I'm not saying for sure Arkansas will win, but we're about to be in for a game that's about to get intense, and it's going to be one to where Arkansas's offense, when they get confidence, when Taylen Green gets confidence, he's a very hard player to stop.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't want to compare it, but Bobby Petrino coached Lamar Jackson at Louisville. So they do a lot of the same stuff, his legs, all of that. And the stuff that he learned from Lamar Jackson, he lets Taylen do that stuff, and he's good enough an athlete that he can make you pay a little bit for that. So what's your prediction for this game, John?
Trust me, I've been going back and forth on this, and I'll be honest. I have the right and the reservation to change this right before kick, because it's probably how it's going to go. But where I stand right now, I'm going to go ahead and say Arkansas wins. Just because, listen, it's a game that you never know what's going to happen. Arkansas is feeling good for once, for just even if it's a split second, you got to be feeling good right now. And I'll go with the Hogs winning, and I'll go with it being a crazy game, a back and forth game. I think that you'll see some really great performances by players on both sides, but I think Arkansas gets away with the victory as they get a lead, a big lead, kind of maybe in the late third quarter, maybe 2 or 3 possessions. They nearly blow it, but they hold on to it. Ole Miss runs out of time. Maybe Simmons throws a pick. I got the Razorbacks winning. Give me 42-38. honestly.
Ooh, that's one of those games that would be like the 2021 game. One of those. I think that it's going to be a relatively low scoring game. Austin Simmons, as you saw in the Kentucky game, went off with an ankle injury. He's going to play. He's going to be fine. But because of that, I think Ole Miss is going to run the ball a little bit more. They're going to try and make their offense a little bit more varied. I think Ole Miss wins this game 28 to, let's say, 21.
Okay. So yeah. Listen, I could see either one of those scenarios happening, but it's probably going to end up being 7-3, like it was that game that I saw my brothers in Christ, Arkansas lose to Mississippi State 7-3 a couple years ago. So it could go a lot of different directions. But hey, we can admit it's going to be fun though. It's going to be close. It's going to be wild. It's going to be enjoyable. But one team's got to win. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I'm glad that the odds are whenever it goes to 9 games, this game is going to stick around, because I don't want an every other year Arkansas. I want Arkansas every single year. Anyway, John, Locked On Razorbacks, tell people how to watch your stuff after the game.
Yeah, Locked On Razorbacks. You can find it wherever podcasts are found, as well as on YouTube. Going to have all the recaps from it. And you can also check me on social media at John Nabors Show for all of my reactions and my live tweeting from that too. And Inside Arkansas, I do a live stream throughout the week and doing a lot of different content from that too. So all Razorback content for all you people out there. I got plenty of it for sure.
All right, you can check my stuff out after the game. We'll do a post-game live reaction show. We'll do the reaction roundtable on Sunday and talk about the game with other SEC hosts from Locked On Ole Miss. You can follow me at the Steven Willis on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, or the address down below. You can catch that as well. It should be fun. Anyway, John, have safe travels down to Oxford, man, and we'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. It's going to be a great one.
Super thanks to John Nabors from Locked On Razorbacks for joining us, and thank you for making Locked On Ole Miss your go-to source for Ole Miss sports. We pride ourselves on offering the most comprehensive perspectives, which is why we're the front door of Ole Miss. If you don't believe us, Google Ole Miss Podcast. We're like 80% of that page. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It helps the show, and it is totally free. Your support means the world to us. And in another big moment for Locked On, college football fans, Locked On and Fire TV present College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll of Locked On Big 12 leads the conversation alongside two-time AP Coach of the Year, Gary Patterson, former college star Jesse Holley, and Locked On's local experts. A college football preview only Locked On can do. Catch College Football Kickoff every Thursday throughout the season, only on Fire TV. Howdy toddy, everybody. And remember, analytics is just the old English word meaning bad football. We'll see you later.